appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me feels that you whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Man, I be all over the place, bro.
I'm glad you know it.
I be all over the place. It's all good though, because we here. We here. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Shout out to the 13 million in the building. I'm sure more will be coming through the door. Welcome to season 4 of the Social Den. And this is part 2 of dealing with grief. We touched on this subject a couple weeks ago and decided to bring it back and, you know, speak on it and make it a 2-hour special bring our sister Share Magic back with us.
Hey everybody! Thank y'all for having me back.
Of course. And then also this is going to be an open panel type of deal too. So it's going to be an open panel. So anybody is welcome to come up and speak on it. And we'll pretty much it's just you coming up and speaking on how, if you've dealt with grief and how you deal with grief. You don't have to have your camera on. When you come backstage, just turn your audio on and keep your camera off, and you can speak that way.
If you want to.
If you want
your camera on, you can turn your camera
right.
on.
If you don't mind us, everybody seeing you, that's fine too. However you want to do it. But the panel is open. So once we say hi to everybody in the chat, I'm going to post the link and we're going to get started. Okay. So everybody, please thumbs up the live, share us out. This is going to be a great episode. It might get a little emotional. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe not, so we'll see. But it's going to be a great show. And then we're going to be here for 2 hours. All right. So let's get to this chat and say what's up to the Den Dwellers. StreamYard in the building, of course. Every single appreciate y'all for being here. Sticks in charge. He is always, like we say every week, the first one to say hi in the chat, but he is not here. He goes to sleep and he catches the replay the next day. So shout outs to Cuzzo Sticks.
Yes. In the bed.
Shout outs to Leon. Shout outs to Leonica. Lord have mercy. Leonica in the building. Welcome in, Leonica.
Hey, Leonica.
We got Anlex TV in the building. Welcome in.
Hey, Anlex.
We got the beautiful Satin in the building. Welcome in, Satin.
How am I Satin, boo?
One of my favorite people in the world. Triple D in the building. Welcome in, Triple D. Let me see. Coco got a goat though.
How am I, Coco?
Content in the building. Sassy Sonia in the building.
Hey,
Sassy Satin is crazy. Jihad TV in the building. What up, Jihad?
Hey, brother Jihad.
A member of the Slate Timber Squad. Official Jamia in the building. Welcome, man.
Jamia getting slim and trim. My boo losing that weight.
You happy as hell, Slate Timber over, ain't you? I know I am. We got J-Dub in the building. What up, Elwood?
Hey, brother. You behaving today?
Diva Mom in the building. Welcome in, Diva Mom.
Diva Mom.
Let me see. The Honorable Joni Meeks in the building. Welcome in, Joni.
Joni.
We got Unc in the building. What up, Unc?
Hey, Unc. Hey, Unc.
Let me see. We got
Vicky
Vicky Wade in the building. Welcome in, Vicky.
Hey,
got my brother Trap Vision 3D in the building. Welcome in, Trap.
Hey, Trap.
Let me see. Keeping up with the Griffins in the building. What up, girl? Let me see. Make sure we ain't missing nobody, y'all. Make sure we ain't missing nobody. Hold on.
Lolo.
We got Lolo in the building. Sorry. Lolo in the building. We got Grateful Heart in the building.
Hey, my Grateful.
AJ313. What up, bro?
AJ.
Miss Nisi in the building.
Hey, my lover.
All right, y'all. So we've reached the bottom of the chat. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and post this link.
Well, while you're posting the link, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What made you think that this was a good idea to make it into a whole 2-hour special?
Oh, that's it?
That's part one of my question.
Right.
Go ahead. Why don't you answer that first?
So the last conversation was so good that we had with Sipping with Share Magic that I felt like this was a conversation that needed more than an hour. I feel like people needed. I felt like people really needed this time, and it's not needed, but I think our platform serves as a great place for different topics, and for this to be one of the topics, and people kind of took to it. I felt like, why not just do a 2-hour special and open the panel? Because we always say this is just as much our show as it is y'all's. So I felt like it would be a great move, and I feel like our supporters and our den dwellers are very much comfortable with us. They've been here with us for 4 seasons, and they see it's a no judgment zone. They know how the chat is. They know we don't play those games up in here, and I feel like this is a safe zone for a lot of people. So I mean, I think people can make themselves vulnerable when it comes to our platform, and I love that. So
So are you also make yourself vulnerable and speak as well?
yeah, of course, yeah. I'm dealing with grief every single day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. What up, Michelle?
Hey, Michelle, welcome.
And what was your second part?
That was my second part. Are you gonna be open also, or you just as if it's for everybody else, but you don't speak for yourself?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna speak. You know what I'm saying? Share Magic. How do you feel like? Do you feel like this was a great idea to do this 2-hour special and open the panel?
I thought it was a great idea because, like I said, I was telling y'all that this was the first place that I opened up about my situation. I didn't even talk about it really that in depth on my channel. So I feel like this is a safe place, and like you said, the dwellers, I feel like they feel like this is a safe place as well. So I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah. And I feel like, and also if you do come up, if you feel like it's starting to become too much for you or anything like that, you just let us know, and we can either remove you from the screen, or you can just drop back down. But if you want to just be removed from the screen real quick, I can remove you from the screen, let you get yourself together, and pull you right back up. However you want to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we would really, really love if people would come up and just speak. I think it'll be a good thing. I think treating this kind of like a round table kind of deal.
Right.
And using each other's shoulder and comforting each other throughout this whole process on this show for this 2 hours. I think it'll be a great move.
Right.
So don't be shy. Just come on up. We'll start my wife and I and Share Magic will start it off, of course, and set the floor, set the table, and then y'all just come on in. Like, just hit the link. Y'all will pop up, and I'll bring you up.
Remember, you grieve over different things. There's no time limit on grieving. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. Nobody can tell you how to grieve.
Right.
So
how do you grieve?
Me, honestly, I don't know. It hits me. I never know when it's going to hit me. It comes and it goes. Some days are harder than others. I'm still grieving my father. My father passed away May 21st, 1997 at 7:26 a.m. And it's just a day and a time that I will never forget. And some mornings on May 21st of each year, it's hard for me to wake up. I still remember when my mother got the call at 5:21 in the morning telling us to come to the hospital. So I don't know.
How about
I was just gonna say it comes and goes.
Right. And how about you, Share Magic?
I'm like Sharice, like it comes and goes, and depending on what I know. One day I had an off day, and I didn't know what was going on. I woke up that morning and I hit my foot at the bottom of the bed. I start cussing. I'm like, is this how my day gonna go? And then something else happened. I forgot my cell phone upstairs. It just started off as an off day. And as I was going, I'm like, oh my God, I know what day it is. Like, it's my brother's birthday or whatever. And so I wasn't even thinking about none of that, but it just wound up coming to me or whatever. And like I said, I wound up going to see a therapist because I didn't want to talk to family or friends or nothing like that. I wanted to talk to a total stranger. And as I mentioned before, I didn't want an African American therapist because, we grew up in the household, but whatever happens here stays here. And I didn't want that same energy. I wanted something different. So between praying every day, talking to my mom, and therapy, that's what's, been getting me through with like the grieving stage and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome in, East Day. Hey, Michelle, if I didn't say hi.
What up?
Hey, everybody coming in.
Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, everybody deals with it differently. you know, I hate to even say it. How I guess you. Well, I guess you could say you're dealing with it. Yeah, because you are dealing with it. It's a process.
Hmm.
But at the same time, people are dealing with it, but aren't dealing with it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You're dealing with it because of the process aspect, but
Right.
are you really dealing with it? You know,
Right.
and I haven't really, uh, I really haven't accepted my mom's passing at all. Um, I still deal with it. It's still tough every single day. I think about her daily, and like I always say, I think the biggest thing for me is that she didn't get to meet our daughter.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
that's what bothers me the most. She didn't, because I would have loved to see them two interact. So yeah, it's tough. It's
Hmm.
definitely tough, but you know, we dealing with it, and now we got this platform to be able to help each other and deal with it with each other. You know, and speaking of with each other, we have guests backstage that would like to come up and speak. So y'all welcome to the stage, the one and only official Jamie. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey everybody. Look, I'm up here ready to crash out. It's been a long day being a farmer outside, okay?
Mm,
Uh,
I bet that
I
sounds like
can,
a hard job.
woo. But it's worth it though. It's worth it.
Hmm.
But I just wanted to briefly come up and share. I lost my husband 6 years ago. It's been 6 years, and we're next month will be our 29th wedding anniversary. So those days now are getting easier where I can actually celebrate and not be weepy, and you know we do some crazy stuff on TikTok sometimes. Like I'll have his birthday. I think we put a cake in and had chicken and whatnot, and just put him on the stove with the chicken and the cake and celebrated. So we do new funny stuff now. There's days that I have, and I'm just like, dude, you missing these things. The milestones, like my son turning 21. um, my daughter is turning 20 in January, which is wild because I feel like I just had her 5 minutes ago. But those little milestone moments are hard, and they get easier over time. They do get easier over time. For me, if I have a moment, I'll just sit here and have a conversation with him and be like, listen, you missed this, you missed this, you're not here for these things, I'm pissed off, or you know you should have seen this, it was funny, whatever, whatever. But right now the kids at this point can talk about him without getting super sad, and we definitely laugh a lot because my husband was an absolute fool.
Mm,
And I know if he met CJ and all of y'all on these YouTube streets, y'all would have been like, okay, that man ain't got no freaking sense, like none. I'm trying to find videos of him because he really didn't have no kind of sense,
right,
none, none.
right.
So, listen, that man was crazy. And yeah, so I see his personality in my kids. I see, all the different traits. Like just the other day, my daughter went in the kitchen. She wanted banana bread. We didn't have all the ingredients, but somehow she created a chocolate banana bread out of what we had. And it was good. And her dad was like that. He could literally go in the kitchen and find something and put it together and make something out of nothing.
Right,
Wow.
right.
I was like, yeah, your dad is trapped. Because I was like, banana bread, we ain't got no eggs, we ain't got this, we was out of stuff. And she was like, she went in there and whipped it up. It
We're gonna
was
make
so
it
good.
happen.
Yeah, it was
I'm
so
glad
good.
that you're in a better space though, because it takes time. Especially
Yeah,
when
for
we can
sure.
laugh, we can celebrate him. Like
Mm,
you said, put him on the stove with the cake and just like, you know what? I'm gonna be happy because like you said, he didn't have no sense, so he probably wasn't a sad person. So you
mm-mm.
have to like be in that space for how they were.
Yeah,
Like he wouldn't want you to be sad. He wants you to get in that kitchen, cook me my meal, as if I'm there.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. And I don't know about y'all, but when I go in the kitchen, him and his cousin were like the caterers. They did all this stuff. So sometimes I'll be like, look, how much I'm supposed to put in here? Like, just like, I'd be like talking to the ancestors. All right, a little more. Okay, cool. Just be like, all right, I hear you, I hear you. But listen, one of the things that freak me out is the spirits. Now, my
Mm.
son, when my husband's mother and grandfather passed away, my son was born after that, and he had to be like 2 months old. I don't think he was more than 3 months old, and we had their obituaries up on this shelf. So I'm holding the baby. I'm like, just sitting there watching TV, holding him or whatever. And he starts looking up there and talking, like cooing so hard and laughing and making all these look. And I was like, what is going on? So I'm looking, and he wasn't looking at me. He was looking up there. He was laughing and cooing and talking. And I was like, okay, guys, y'all done seen him. Y'all can go. He all right. I promise you all right. He ain't never do it again.
Oh
Never.
wow.
Never
Oh.
did it again. I just spoke to them, and they just went on about their way. When my husband came home, he was bawling. Like, what? I was like, yeah. And this was pre like camera phones. This was back when I had the little flip phone with the T9 text message.
Right.
Wow.
So I didn't even think about recording nothing, because I was just like, yo, he was talking to your mama and your granddaddy. And yeah, so my son speaks to spirits even to this day. It's very wild. That's a whole nother laugh.
Right.
Wow.
A whole nother laugh.
But I heard when they come, they're not supposed to scare you. Because on
Hmm.
the one we did before, I was saying how I was helping my mom clean some stuff up and, get
Hmm.
things together. And then some had failed. And it was only me and her in her apartment. And she said,
Hmm.
okay, baby, I hear you. And I'm like, Mama, too soon, too soon. But I'm, like, I'm jumping. She's talking about, baby, I hear you. And then I'm like, Mama, I said, you're not like nervous? Or she said, when spirits come back like that, they're not supposed to scare you. They're supposed to
Mm-mm.
ease you and all that. But I'm like, ooh, I can't
Yeah,
feel. It really. Mm,
yeah, yeah. It jolts me sometimes, but
mhm.
I'm so used to it, because this is gonna sound super morbid, yo. But I have a couple of dead people in the house. My husband's urn, my grandfather's urn, and my father-in-law's urn is all out there. So I had, and my grandmother, I forgot I got my grandmother's ashes in a ring, and my sister has some of her ashes in a necklace. So I have a lot of people's in the house.
Mhm.
Right.
I know, listen. I'm just like, at the end of the day, they don't really bother me, and I don't bother them, and everybody is happy. And if they were evil people, they would not be in this house.
Yeah, exactly.
If they were hateful, if they were negative, if I didn't think they were in heaven right now, they would not be in this house.
Mhm.
No, thank you. So yeah, all of my kin folks that are yeah, and then my husband's ashes are actually around the country, because my sister-in-law, she has part of him, and then she put him in some bracelets and stuff. My kids, I got my two kids and my bonus daughter a necklace, a urn necklace with his ashes. So he's actually spread all across the country.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So everybody has a little piece of him, and yeah, and it was a good way to honor him and let people, have that little peace of mind that he's still around. And yeah, I, yeah, that's how I deal. I ain't mean to be up here chatting this long.
Oh, you
No, you
fine.
fine. We appreciate you
Let me
coming
see.
up.
Well, welcome in, LaGregoria. We do have one more guest backstage, and before
Yes.
we come up, I just want CJ to go over these start comments. I can't read not another thing else after being to work earlier. Brother Dre, they said it makes him sad seeing her like that. Leonica, I think we missed something from him earlier.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who he was talking about. Did we miss something he said, baby?
I think he's talking about his mom.
Oh, I hope Mama Lulu is okay. I think I missed something. Sorry, y'all.
Lulu tired, sick of sleep. Some horse ranch job is doing that to her a lot. I haven't heard.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
I hope she feel better.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yes.
And let me see. Let me just
Okay.
go to my start.
Oh.
Every day, grateful to every day, CJ. My mother died on my brother's birthday this year, marks 20 years. But God will make it bearable. But Mother's Day is the worst for me because nobody will ever replace mom.
Wow.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yep.
I just let my grief leave on its own, and don't talk about it. I do know it's still there, but that's the way I handle it. Hey, everybody deals with it.
Yeah.
Everybody. So we don't judge.
Don't judge.
Yeah.
But I do have a question. Not talking about it, do you feel like it makes it harder? Do you feel like you don't have anybody to talk? Like I know you have auntie, but why do you feel like not talking about? Like why do you not talk about it?
Yeah.
Hey Jermaine.
What up, Jermaine? All right, y'all. We're gonna bring up another guest on stage, and this is my brother Track Vision 3D.
Jamie, you're more than welcome to stay there, or you can drop down and say
Yes, I'm gonna drop down and be in the chat, yo.
Okay, Jamie. Thank you so much.
Hey, Trap.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Right.
I'm at the gig. I had to come out because they be playing music in there. I don't want the music to be on the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So these folks in here crazy, man. This how I deal with grief, man. Dealing with crazy folks, bouncing folks about this thing. Hey, for real, these people crazy, bro. Man, we had a guy came in here the other day, man. He just picked his medicine up, came inside the store, dropped his pants, and relieved himself in front of the ladies here, man. I said, what is, man, these folks crazy, bro, crazy, crazy.
God.
You had to call the police on this cat, bro. I wasn't about to tackle that because I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying, rush no dude, and he, you know, his man is out, you feel me? So I left them alone.
Wow.
So yeah, I wanted to get up here real quick, man, because here's the deal. Grief, man, you know what I'm saying? My sister died in 99 and I still grieve her, man. That's rough. Like grandmothers, my dad was probably like the hardest blow I had, man. But this year with my son getting killed, bro, that one took and it's still taking the life out of me. Cause you know what I'm saying? It's like for a father, you plan for your kids' future. You know what I'm saying? Like by me being ex-military, he's like, all right, when I'm up out of here, y'all do this. Y'all got enough money for everybody to do your thing, set up a business or whatever the case is. And getting that phone call January 25th at 5:02 in the morning, man, just took me out. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like that it's crazy because it still echoes in my head what the lady said to me on the phone. She just kept repeating, I'm so sorry. I thought it was a prank call to be honest, because I had 2 weeks before that, I had a one of those AI calls. It was a prank call from Facebook or something like that, saying one of my relatives was in trouble and they couldn't get the name right or whatever. So I was like, man, it's prank. I said, ain't no way. And when we verified it, brother, like that was the worst thing in the world. And I think for me, it's still hard to believe, but like I had to watch my other sons and my wife and everybody else like sitting back like a 10,000 foot view, watching how many people are just destroyed and can't understand what happened. And it was hard, man. Yeah, it's still hard. Like I think, no, I'm gonna say I think I know the worst thing about grieving is selfish people. That was one of the most destructive things. Is like when he was killed, there were people that wanted to make it all about themselves. You know what I'm saying? It was like people was doing stuff like that was the part that just like really blew me away. Like, yo, y'all understand what's going on, right? Like, this is crazy for y'all. Like there shouldn't be no arguing, should be no fighting. You know what I'm saying? If anybody was going to argue, fight, it was like getting to the people that did this. You feel me? But that one, once the dust kind of settled, you sit in the quiet of your mind, and you just like it just keep replaying, man. So for me, one of the hardest things I did was I came to YouTube and just told my community what happened, and that was rough. And it was an outpouring. People was just like, okay, can we donate? Can we do this? And at that point in time, it was like that wasn't the purpose of me getting on here. I'm just letting y'all know I just had something major taken away from me. So I kind of just retreated into that. And of course, I'm going through counseling still, like right now, man. I go to counseling once a week or every other week. Um, I fell out of church, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I never stopped talking to God, you know what I mean? So that's been my only out, honestly, is meditation, talking to God, praying. Um, even this, you know what I'm saying? Because for those that know me, I like to talk. I like to interact with folk, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's been my saving grace, really, is God has brought people in my life and in and out of my life. And even when we went on the cruise, you know what I'm saying? Me and wifey was like, well, she said, hey, I think we need to do something because we just sitting at the crib, just like banging our heads up against the wall. And yeah, it was just like a cool getaway. And I took my boys up and we, you know what I'm saying? We talked about the situation. We prayed. And yeah, man, I'm talking about that. This one of them things where there's some, and I've heard this from people, and so don't be surprised. It's like I've heard two people tell me, "Well, bro, that was January. You should be a little better than what you was in January." And from there, when I said, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I mean, you can't even rap right now because like until you walk that, and I don't wish that on nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't tell somebody how long. Again, my sister died in 1999, and I miss that woman so bad. You know what I'm saying? But this one hit different when it's a kid. You
Yeah.
feel me? So, um, I ain't gonna take like shoot. I got a lot of bad days. To be honest, man, like the only good times I have really, if I'm on YouTube. I was busy with that whole Slay Timber thing. And it's crazy that y'all even did that, man. I got every day. Shoot, I even went live twice in some of them. You know what I'm saying? Some of them weeks, just to make sure. I said, man, I ain't missing nothing. But like, it helped me out because that's an outlet for me. I get to just spit, talk, get it off my chest. As soon as I close, they're like, hey, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Like, I can't even tell you how many times the nights I cry, man, just like crying because I'm hearing my kids in the other room, they crying, you know what I'm saying? 2 o'clock in the morning, I could just hear them crying. I'm like, man, it's crazy. Ain't nothing you can do about it. But man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna just say God, man, just he got me.
Got it.
At the end of the day, God got me like like that there's nothing else that I can say. If somebody came to me and wrapped their arms around me, that's because God sent them. And that's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing, like if somebody asked me, well, what are you doing to get through it? God.
Yeah.
like, that's it, man. I don't have any other answer for that because if it was left up to me, dude, I didn't even want to be here no more. That was just like the pain is so intense, man. And then his daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like my grandbaby, just like she don't know how to articulate her feelings. I mean, she's just 3 years old. You know what I mean? So she's like, okay, I know that I see my daddy and now I don't. She used to him and she still call his name. She like get on my phone because I got them as my screensaver. The last picture they took together. So I'll tell her about her dad or I let her see a video when he was little. You know what I'm saying? And she be like, that's my daddy. And like I'm sitting there trying not to cry. Oh my gosh. It's
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh. hold up, give me a second, bro.
Yeah.
It's it's the hard. That's the hard thing, and I hate it for me, but like I hate it even more for my family. And I
Yeah.
think about, you know what I'm saying, like hearing Tamika what she say, and then looking at baby girl, like look at his daughter is to see him. And I'm not just talking about their looks. It's man, I'm gonna say that was like a gift he gave us because that's him reincarnated in her. Like it's crazy. They got the same attitude, same mannerism. They even move alike. They dance alike. The little goofy stuff they be doing, like brother, she and it's so weird. I got a video of her dancing. I said, "Oh my gosh!" When he was about, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 years, no, 5 years old, danced the exact same way she was doing. I said, "That's nothing but Jarrell. That's man, ain't nobody gonna tell me no different." And I heard, as far as the spirits, I was sis was talking about seeing spirits. I was walking. Y'all know I walk at night, and I'm sitting there praying, talking to God, and out the corner of my eye, I just saw like a shadow. So I was like, okay, I saw that, ain't thinking none of it, ain't just whatever. So I walked about a half a mile, looked up, and for a second I saw him. Just for a second, I just saw him, and then I had a dream about him at night. He was standing in the same posture that he was when I saw him physically. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, God, I don't know what that means. I don't. Still to today, I don't know what that means, but it didn't feel threatening or anything like that, man. It was more just like I don't know, man. God is like, let me know he good. I don't know. I still don't have an answer for that, man. But I just know that right now, the biggest way, my biggest relief is talking to God. I would say my secondary would be spending time with his daughter, and third would be YouTube. That's
Yeah.
been my out. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
so yeah, I just want to just spit that out there, man. I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna get back to work now. I got
Yeah.
a girl on the floor by herself right now, so
Okay.
I'm gonna be watching. Be watching. I'll be chatting in the thing. So I appreciate y'all letting me say what I got to say. I'm gonna get in here and respond to. I'm sure some people are saying something. So I'll
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you what. I guess I'll say fourth. The fourth thing is CJ. You are a new fool, bro. You are a new fool. Like, bro, I went back and watched that live you did. Slapping the bacon was crazy, and that was stupid, bro. Like the bacon hit the floor, and I was like, "Dude, put the bacon down, bro. Like, what's wrong
Hey,
with you?" I was like,
I'm laughing like a
"Sis gonna
mug.
kill you, bro." And then, that baby, that went, bro. That you stupid. You're stupid. But I appreciate you though, bro. I do. I
Already,
do.
you already know. You know the vibes.
He's the fool.
You know the vibes.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all. I'm out of here, man. Y'all be blessed.
All right,
Peace,
bro.
Dre.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
We're
You
not.
gonna get
I'm just getting out the shower. Don't mind me, y'all. But yeah, I had to
Welcome
jump up out here, talk about my brother. That's my main thing.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason why y'all be seeing me buzz most of the time. But he was murdered.
Mm.
I don't know if it was domestic violence or what, but to me, it was a setup by his girlfriend, her baby daddy, whatever. It was stupid, but ever since then, it just made me worse. Like, I'm cool, but long as I keep myself busy.
Mhm.
But that's the main thing. It happened like 2020, like right after COVID, I think. Yeah, but I celebrate him every 4th of July. That's when he was killed, like midnight.
Mm.
And that's when we were supposed to have a party that night, which we still did. So we had to celebrate him. But it was just a weird situation. And my grief, how I handle it, I don't even know, to tell you the truth. I just keep busy and go to work and school, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But he's still, I can't even feel, I used to feel him at first. Like, it felt like he died getting choked. Like, I was at work one night and it felt like I was getting choked. I know I ain't tripping. Like,
Right.
I was laughing at Trap because he's from Indianapolis too, where we from.
Right.
He was talking about that man peeing in the gas station
Oh,
or wherever he at. They a fool up there.
Yeah.
welcome in, Rain.
Hey, Rain.
Hey, Rain.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rain. But yeah, my grief really is keeping busy
Yeah.
and talking to God every day, like I've been doing since I was a kid, really. So
Yeah.
it
But
helps. But then my last grandma passed too. That's another thing. So that
Yeah.
added on to the grief.
right.
No more grandparents. My oldest brother, I mean, that's my dad's son. You know, I just got to really know him when I was like 13 and then as an adult. So I only have one brother left. So that's from my mom's side.
Right.
I was gonna ask you, do you have other
Yeah.
siblings?
Yeah, we had seven altogether with me and my mom kids. She only got 3 and my dad got us all together 7. So
Mhm.
now 6. But we got
So
about 20 nieces and nephews. So
right.
Right.
we got a lot of nieces and nephews.
Where do you fall in with your siblings? Are you the oldest, the youngest, the middle?
Well, my mom's side, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
My dad's side, my oldest sisters, they're in their 50s. So,
Okay.
so yeah,
Yeah.
on my mom's side, we all in our 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I just wanted to hop on here though. Shoot, I know I gotta work in the morning, but shit, I can't sleep. I was like, I gotta get on here because
Yeah.
y'all
no,
talking about the same thing I've been thinking about. Like, I can't get over my brother.
Right.
yeah,
I was gonna ask you, did your siblings and you bring a closer bond together after the passing of your brother?
Nah,
Or
really, shit, we don't really hardly talk, which is weird. Shit, we all look alike. If y'all see everybody in my family, it's weird.
Right.
But they are older sisters. Like, I'm like, we the youngest. Like, shit, they should come to us, really. But
well,
I
Yeah.
y'all,
still love them or whatever. But you know, they Muslims. They different religion from us, so they on their own thing. They really like this. I still, talk to them. That's how I got my dog, which he passed. He got hit by a car. So I hadn't seen them in about 7 years, probably. I don't know what happened. I'm like, are we crazy or something? I don't know. But they are older siblings on my dad's side. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I know where they at. I mean, we're
okay.
not that far from each other, but yeah. Because I don't think none of them really came to the funeral. It was just us because he, like I said, they cremated him when, who said that? Who said Sheer Magic or somebody said, or Jamia said they had all the ashes in the house. Like, we got a few in here too. I got my
Oh,
brothers, he got his grandmas and sisters, and like a little necklace. So, but I don't really feel nothing. But sometimes I be thinking I hear stuff, but I don't. Now, when they first passed, like my grandma, I could smell her perfume. I know I wasn't tripping. I know her favorite perfume she used to wear.
Mm.
mm,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm talking. I had a 99, so don't mind. Y'all know I had a 99.
No,
But
you good.
it's my birthday weekend too, so shit. I
oh
Oh,
yeah,
forgot. Birthday tradition.
coming up.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the 6. My daddy too. He bring his crazy ass down soon. So he'll be down here.
Okay.
They supposed to have like a big barbecue for another man that passed. I'm like, everybody just passing. So it's
Yeah.
just a thing they do every year now.
Okay.
Like in the neighborhood, they'll have like a big, might will say a block party
Oh, okay.
with a
Okay.
DJ and all that. So I will be live this
There you
week. Y'all gonna see some crazy shit. So don't mind me.
go.
Live
Go
Ain't nothing
live
wrong
in
with
the
that.
morning.
out here.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Well,
Huh?
Sis Lena, Scorpion,
Hey,
and
Lena.
hey, Lena.
Yes. Welcome in
Yeah.
to just coming into the chat.
Mhm.
This is this is the social den, and we are talking about dealing with grief.
yes, how do you deal with
Yeah,
grief?
how do you deal with grief? And this is an open panel chat. So
Yeah.
the link is posted in the chat. So if anybody would like to come up, you're free to come up and speak on how you deal with grief.
I do want to ask
Yeah.
Uncle question. We have a lot of comments start, but this Unc said something, and this is something that I'm not. I don't mean to skip over anybody, but
Yeah, I did hear him say that
um,
about he don't tell nobody.
yeah, you don't tell nobody. You don't want to bother anybody. Okay. Yes, I don't want to bring no one
I don't
else into
understand.
my grief. Yes, I don't want to bring no one else into my grief or problems, not even my wife. I don't even tell her. But your wife is there to support you, and I know Auntie would say the same thing. And this sticks out to me because CJ says the same thing. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
come to you, but y'all say y'all don't want to bother us. Why is that? Like, that's why we're here. We want y'all to come to us the same way y'all want us to come to you. So why do y'all hold back from us? Why is that? I ask you that the same thing all the time, and y'all never have an answer. Why is that? Why do y'all always hold back? It's like y'all never want to open up and talk about y'all feelings, but the minute we hold back,
I feel you.
I don't know. I think it's us trying to be strong for everybody, and kind of shielding our emotions and feelings, and making sure everybody else is okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, honestly. It's just something that I think it's just something that men do. We deal with grief. It's a loud silence, if that makes sense. When everybody goes to
Yeah, it
sleep.
is. Because I do. His mom just passed. His sisters, 2 of them, and I don't see how they do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I be crying all day. They like, get over it. I can't get over it. What do you mean?
Right.
Like, that's just not. I can, but can't. Like, it just keep coming back. Like when I'm not trying to think about it.
People go crazy when they say they get over it. Like, really?
Yeah, that's why I don't even talk to nobody neither. So I'm like, well, I say what I said, and they see how I act different.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. It's like, I'm here to support you.
It's a God thing.
But it's
yes, AJ.
It's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to accept that answer.
Yeah, it is a God thing.
I get it, but I don't get it, because if I'm going through something, and if I tell CJ like it's just a day, it's like, then he's upset because I'm not telling him what I'm going through. But I'd be like, okay, I'm doing the same thing to you that you do to me, and then he got not opening up to him. Well, you ain't opening up to me either, so I'm gonna give you what you give me.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know. It's just
what just Janelle said, like with the men, probably a sign of weakness or something like that, or whatever, maybe.
Hey, cousin Janelle.
Yeah, it's nothing like
Now she got my daughter name.
It's nothing malicious or nothing like that. Like trying to,
Yeah, gotta be feeling sad more than them.
Yeah.
Crying for them.
Crying, tears dropping at 2 o'clock in the morning, and when everybody's stuff like that. So.
And then like that'd be another thing. Like, you cry in the middle of the night, and then sometimes, like, as a wife, I've waken up some morning in the middle of the night, and I've heard my husband crying in the middle of the night, but I can't even roll over to comfort him, because the times that I did roll over to comfort him, he'll be like, no, I'm good. I know you're not good. I know you're crying. But then it's like, deep down, I know he got to let it out. So I just got to pretend that I'm asleep, and I can't even roll over to comfort you, because I got to let you just sit there and get it out. So I'm just sitting there pretending that I'm asleep to let you get that cry out. But I feel like I'm leaving you alone. It makes me a person and like a terrible wife. But I have to sit there to let you get it out.
But you know what, Sharice? I think he's actually doing it while he's in the room with you, instead of like going outside, sitting on the porch, or going in the car, or getting away from I hope I'm wording it right, getting away from their spouse. So he could get up, right, and go to the car and just let it out, or go on the porch and let it out while you're in the room sleep. But I think because of the fact that he's doing it right there with you, I think that says something as well. Instead of trying to do it privately. I don't know if that makes it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, I need a beer now.
Yeah, when his sister passed away, we knew she was in the hospital. We went up there to the hospital, give her what was going to happen, and then we wound up going, and he put his phone on vibrate, and it was on his nightstand. And so his other sister, called my phone, and as soon as I answered it, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, Merlin, I hope you're calling with some good news. And she didn't have no good news and stuff. And I said, he's right here or whatever. And so I hung up the phone, and I said,
go outside.
And so he was like, the look on his face, like he's trying to be strong for me. But I know him and his sister was like this. And he was like, I don't know what to do. Should we hit the highway? And she was an hour away from us. I don't know what to do. Should we hit the highway? I just want you to get it out. I just
Hey,
want
hold
you
on,
to,
y'all.
I said, I just want you to get it out. I just want you to do whatever you need to do. And so he said, well, I'm going to go outside. I said, why are you going to go outside? He said, because I don't want you to, have to deal with this. I said, no, I know how you felt. He just let it out, right where we was and stuff. So that's why I was saying, instead of him going outside or, to do it privately, the fact that he's telling you he's okay, but you hear him because you know he's not okay.
Right.
He did that right there by your side. That's what makes
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, we have shout out to the 31 million in the building. We got quite a few comments to get to. The panel is open.
Okay.
If you want to come up, we appreciate y'all for coming up. LaGregoria, thank you so much for coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up and sharing.
All right, talk to y'all.
Okay, we appreciate you.
Have a good
All
night.
right.
All right.
You too.
All right. Yes, I'm about to read some of these comments. Let's see. All right, y'all. Let's get to these comments. We got some good ones too. Tripping with Dre Michelle said, at some point you got to talk about your grief. That's the only way to start the healing process.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Gregory, who was just on the panel, said, I drink to handle my grief, so don't mind me on my lives. Hey, we don't judge.
Not at all.
We don't judge. Oh, AJ, I don't know if you heard me, but yes, you are more than welcome to come up. The link is pinned in the chat. So anybody that want to come up, hit the link. We're gonna be here till 9, so y'all got plenty of time.
Yep, and you do not have to turn on the camera if you don't want to, but you're more than welcome to turn on the camera.
Right. AJ said, I dive into work or school heavy to avoid it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everybody deals with it differently. East Bay, speaking on his mom, he said, I'm praying for her every day. It's a strong son. That's all you can do, bro.
Absolutely.
And you sound like a great son. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to Mama Lulu.
Yeah.
Leonica said, every day I still mourn my brother's passing. He passed October 4th, 2022. And we talked every day, didn't miss a beat, and watched the news that day, but had no idea it was my own brother until I got the call. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Sorry for your loss, Leonica.
Yes, absolutely. Wow.
Satin said, one of the things that bothers me about grief is that people think that if the person is older, that it shouldn't hit you as hard as if the person was younger. Grief is grief. Exactly.
It is. Grief is grief, no matter what age.
Yep. I see that natty.
Oh, he gotta have his natty, Jermaine.
Hey, that's a social damn tradition. You know what I'm saying?
That's a everyday damn tradition.
You know what I'm saying? Grateful said, yes, Trey, keep on talking to him when you need to. God will and can get you through. I love the way she typed her her comments.
Yeah.
Satin said, my faith in God is what keeps me going. I lost my niece when she was 2 years old. If I didn't have my face, I don't think I would have been able to get through it. Yeah. And Lex said, when someone's going through grief, they cannot be alone because it will definitely bring you in a stage. Yeah.
It will
keep people around.
Definitely good.
And you know what? To piggyback on what she said, I was making a statement because you know how we always talk about depression is real and different things and stuff like that. It's one thing I didn't even realize that deep of how depression was with me. I thought I was just sad, like with the deaths and the unaliving or past or whatever. I thought that it was like, oh, I'm just sad or whatever. But it is like a whole nother thing of like depression that comes over you that you don't even know what it is or what like what is this that's going on? I feel so different. So I totally feel when you said bring a stage of depression on, because it will happen. You don't even know it or realize it.
Yeah.
Rain, we are definitely going to get to your comments. I'm sorry to skip over comments. Hey, Auntie.
Y'all, we got another guest backstage, and this is actually kind of dope because we never even
got a chance to talk.
Right, this would be a first. So everybody, welcome AJ313 to the building.
Hey, AJ.
What's going on, everybody?
What up, AJ?
Hold on, let me pause you on that. I got you playing on like 3 different devices in the office.
Okay.
And then I got my teammate here with me. So they gave me access to one of the offices just so I can have a quieter space.
Oh, okay. Okay.
First off, I appreciate y'all, fam. I love y'all.
Man, we
Never
like
play about y'all. It's been a long time coming. I've been dying to talk to y'all asses. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for sure. So I know we're talking about, grief and depression and how we deal with those type of things. And I wanted to say, like, I can identify with some of everybody when it comes from just, trying to drink it away or diving into work or avoiding it entirely. It depends on what type of environment I've been in situations where, so I lost two brothers. One at a young age when I was about 15, car crash. Another one, you know, same situation with sipping with sheer magic. He took his own self out of here. Did his time, came back, couldn't deal with, reality, and that's what he resorted to. At that time, I'm already active duty in the army, so I'm deployed. This is around, 2011, 2011, I say. I was deployed. We didn't have like cell phones and everything like that, so we just had Facebook. That was kicking off. So I'm scrolling Facebook. I'm the third Allen. My dad name is Allen. My eldest brother name was Allen, and my name is Allen. So I'm scrolling Facebook, and all I see is R.I.P. Allen, and they're thinking it's me. I'm like, what's going on? So I go and I use the emergency phone or whatever, and I call back home, and they like, no, it was my brother. Instantly, tears. It was no sound. Tears just started flushing down my face. Mind you, we're deployed, so it's full battle rattle. We got our weapon. Once my command figured out what was going on and they seen the messages, because I just got up and walked out the tent. Once they figured out what was going on, they put me on suicide watch. They took my weapon, they took my gear. They was like, the Red Cross message is up. Don't worry about anything. You're on the next flight out of here. 17-hour flight directly back to Detroit. Of course, my family is grieving, but everybody is still happy to see me. At that time, besides crying in that initial moment, I couldn't feel anything. When I seen my family, like my father ran up to me immediately and just like pretty much collapsed in my arms because I've been overseas for my entire career. So he had already not seen me since I joined the military. So he was already happy in that moment. So, he pretty much collapsed. Give me 1 second. My bad.
You good, bro? Take your time.
He pretty much like collapsed in my arms and my family just, gathered around and we holding him up. And, I'm just numb. So after that, they gave me the option, like, we have to counsel you, figure out where you are mentally, seeing if you having those type of thoughts, we have to document this, and then we'll give you the option if you pass these tests, to go back on your deployment, or you can, go back to your home station, which at the time was Germany. So I was like, I go back on my deployment. That's where I'm working the hardest. I'll be able to avoid it. Did that, finished the tour, went back to Germany, stayed working hard, worked all day, in uniform, then was going to school at night. So I kept my mind occupied. After, I graduated, felt like it was nothing more to do besides travel. I'm in Germany, drinking heavy, just numbing myself. Come back, get sent to a different duty station, same thing, just drinking. So as of recently, just yesterday, I had a physical appointment that we have to do periodically, every year to make sure everything is good so we can make sure we're deployable. So during that sit down, they take your vitals, they get your blood pressure, and they do all of that. They tell me that I need to go back on some medications that I didn't feel was helping me in any way. I felt like they was hurting me. I felt like whenever I would go and seek help for, mental health, the medications that they were putting me on, they were just prescribing, just testing stuff out. Nothing was working for me. It would force me to think about those thoughts and be in those feelings that I was trying to avoid. So, I weaned off of them. So apparently it had an effect on my body to where I was having certain reactions to different things that they were prescribing me. So I just went cold turkey. And that didn't help because it only triggered my anxiety because now something that I was doing on a daily basis where I'm like, okay, this gives me a little calm or, you know, ease a little bit of it up. And I just went off of it completely. So they tell me as of yesterday I need to go back on that medication because with everything that's going on with the government shutdown, with Orange on his BS, and they no telling what's gonna happen with us folks in the military.
Right.
That's triggering a lot of things with a lot of soldiers, and that's why they're doing all of these mental health checks because you got people that's getting sent to locations like we do World War missions here. We cover the entire Pacific, so we go to Guam, America Samoa, Saipan, Korea, Japan, Fiji. We have to cover all of these spaces, so you get people that's not, I guess, mentally able to deal with like separation from their families. People just had kids. You know, the breadwinners are leaving the household and now, you know, making single parents essentially because you're taking a parent away from the house. So now
Mhm.
they got to cover down on childcare. Now they got to take off from work. It's a lot of factors that comes in when you just deploying people just because you can.
Right.
So it's like the mental tugs that the job has. It makes it hard for you to even have time to grieve. So mine's comes in waves. Like whenever I feel like I have a moment, it can be out of nowhere, completely random,
Mhm.
and it hits hard. Like it's like everything that was built up, everything that I tried to avoid, it hits me like a ton of bricks, and it all comes down super heavy, and it's like uncontrollable. And like for the first time, I think a couple years ago, I had an anxiety attack. I didn't even know what that was physically. I have asthma and bronchitis. I thought that's what it was.
Right.
But after I went to the hospital, they told me exactly what it was and then ways to avoid it.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to avoid those because those are no joke. For anybody that's ever had an anxiety attack, it is completely out of your control. It's like having a disturbed Holy Ghost.
Right.
And it's hard to come back from. And it's hard to kind of explain it to people that sometimes the people that you're closest with is hardest to explain because you don't know how that'll affect your relationship. So for a while, I wasn't showing up to work. And in the military, you can't do that.
Mm.
They'll start taking your pay, they'll be trying to kick you out. But I end up having to tell my leadership what medications I was on, the ways that it was affecting me, how sometimes I couldn't get out of bed, everything that I was dealing with. And they were pretty lenient with it. But at the same time, it could have been the other way.
Mm.
So, I mean, it depends. Whatever environment I'm in, I try to adapt because I never know when my grief is going to come or what that grief is, whether it's my one of the two of my brothers, both of them, my grandmother. It never know when it'll hit you and how it'll hit you. So I just try to stay on top of it. Um, let's see. That's pretty much what I had on grief. I did have a couple questions for Sharice offline
Mhm.
because I know in one of your lives that you mentioned, you were off your medication for a while and you were
Mhm.
doing good, and then all of a sudden, it came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
So, like I said, I'll get with you offline, but I want to know just here, like, was there any harsh effects after you went like cold turkey and you were off of it, and when you got back on it, like, did it really like almost immediately help, or like what was the after effect?
The worst thing is the way that it makes me feel.
Hmm.
The medicine kind of makes me feel like a zombie. I just feel like I'm numb to the world.
Hmm.
That's why I really don't like the anxiety medicine or the depression medicine. I refuse to ever go back on the depression medicine. For me, I don't ever want to go back onto it. The anxiety medicine I have to take because when I have the anxiety attack, it feels like a heart attack almost.
Hmm.
And I don't know what a heart attack feels like, but the way that it feels, I just feel like I can't breathe. Um, it's real hard to explain, like you just said, but the medicine helps me calm down. And without that medicine, I feel almost as if I'm just gonna go out of here. So I have to take that medicine to calm me down. But I don't like the way it makes me feel because it feels like I just have to go to sleep in order to get control back over my body.
Same. Yeah. And I have a really low tolerance for medication. So when they go and I get seen for X, Y, and Z, and they're just steady prescribing me things, I'm like, I don't want anything that's addicting, even though I don't have an addictive personality. Like, I don't want anything that I know would make my body shut down or me not being in full control of my body. Like, I hate that feeling.
Yeah,
So I told them yesterday, like, I'm definitely not getting back on that depression medication. I'll do the anxiety and the blood pressure, but that depression medication, absolutely not. And there's no way around that. I feel the exact same way you feel.
yeah. I love music. I love listening to gospel music. So I find that when I'm like really, really down and I feel myself getting into that depression state, I'll go and I'll listen to gospel music and like I'll just randomly want to have like a karaoke moment. And if I drown myself in gospel music and just like drown myself in like a positive surrounding, I can pretty much pull myself out of a depression state.
Uh-huh.
Can't pull myself out of an anxiety attack because when that comes, it comes on full blown.
Yeah. And I'm the same with gospel, but when I listen to gospel, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get emotional. Some tears gonna flow. You
Right.
know, having that open discussion with God. You know, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. Especially
Mhm.
certain songs, it hits me immediately
Oh yeah.
because I grew up in church. You know, my grandmother raised me, and we was those type of kids that we sitting on laps to get to church. You know what I'm saying? We got the church bus coming to get us off.
Yeah.
We went in family and friends day. You know, that's how I grew up. So, you know, she was the closest thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes when you listening to that gospel music, AJ, I know at least for me, if I cry it out and I have that conversation with God, once I get it out, I'm okay after that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even lock myself in the bathroom, and sometimes my family may think I'm in the shower. Or I may get in the shower, and I'll take an hour or 2 hour long shower, but I'm in there having that conversation with myself and God because I have to get it out,
Yeah.
and then I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I'm not taking that depression medicine. I refuse.
I feel that. Sheer Magic also wanted to acknowledge, you know, my appreciation for you too, because I've never I've never been in a situation where someone had almost the exact story of losing a sibling, especially a brother.
Oh wow.
So
Hmm.
when you shared that story, I had to step off from work. I got emotional that day because it's like, damn, you never know.
Right. You
And
never know.
come to find out years later, my brother, his youngest daughter, she witnessed it happen, and no one ever knew
Wow.
until recently when she opened up about it because she's trying to overcome, you know, the things that she saw.
Mm.
And that's heavy
Yeah.
because we have a huge family, and it was only a few people that was around when the actually happened. And for her to see it at that young age and hold on to that,
Mm, mm,
that
mm.
was tough to swallow, and it's still tough.
Right.
So we still finding a way, you know, to love on her, support her, make
Hmm.
sure, you know, if we can help, we are.
Yeah.
Because
I appreciate that. And first of all, thank you for your service, AJ.
Absolutely.
Thank
It's
I was just about to say that.
it's really unfortunate, like you said, that we had to go through that. And what you said, like with your niece, is the same thing. Because my brother only had one daughter, and basically he raised her from jail because we made sure we was there every weekend, taking her to visit, sit with her daddy, and then and what some people do or don't know, but when you go visit somebody in jail, you have to be at that same table. You
you.
can't go over here or over there, but we was there so like faithfully to where they would let me and my mom go to a separate table and let him and his daughter just have that time. And I was like, we didn't miss a beat. Like he raised her from there. But yeah, I you definitely have my condolences because that's a hard pill to swallow when it happens that away. You know.
especially like, you know, like I said, I was deployed, and this was before, you know, everybody got iPhones and everything like that. This was when
Hmm.
Facebook started kicking off. So, you know, the communications were very limited where we were. And for me to see it first on Facebook, even though people was thinking it was me, but to receive the news like that and not be able to, immediately be around my family, that was tough. That was tough. But I had good leadership. My NCOs and officers made sure I got on, like they said, the first plane out of there. They made sure everything was taken care of. They even, donated to the family. No one asked them to do that. They reached out when it happened afterwards. So my group that I deployed with, solid family. Solid family. We still talk to this day. And, that's why I appreciate y'all so much, because being away from your biological family
Mm-hmm.
and having family that you identify with, whether it be remotely, virtually, whatever, you hold on to that, you love on that, man, it's a great feeling.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Really. And when it comes down to it, like this is the feeling of this show is exactly what my wife and I was shooting for.
Mhm.
For people to be able to use our platform for moments like this, like being able to be vulnerable and be able to comfortably share your thoughts and emotions and feelings. I know this is a deep subject, what I'm saying, but talking about it helps. Togetherness, having support. I mean, I see it. I'm loving what I'm seeing in the chat right now. Everybody supporting each other and giving each other tips and helping each other, with experiences that they had and maybe is relatable experiences. And I'm happy with what I'm seeing. And I mean, hell, we got AJ to come up on the panel. Like,
Yeah, I
you know,
ain't never did no shit like this.
yeah,
It definitely helps. And
yeah.
yesterday I almost had an episode because, like I said, I was off my meds, and I go above and beyond in any position that I'm in, any hat that I wear. So my site lead told us basically that I wasn't doing enough. So I didn't even respond. He said he's sick of doing my job. He should see me more here physically, X, Y, and Z. He went into detail about how he's sick of doing my job. When I tell you that's the furthest thing from the truth. So I went directly to his supervisor and said, do you feel like I'm not doing enough? Because I can list the things that I've done without y'all even having to ask me. If I know it needs to be done, I'll do it. I'll take that initiative and I'll get it done, knowing down the line y'all gonna ask me to do it anyway. So by the end of the day, I went to him and I asked him, what have you done that my position was supposed to do? There was no answer. I said, you sent an email. I've sent equipment. I've configured things. I've sent them to remote sites. I've sent them to Australia, America, Samoa. I made the changes. The stuff is already there. We're waiting on, a different type of equipment it's out of my control. That's on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So hearing me diving into my work and being passionate about helping people, and a person tell you that you're not doing enough, that will piss you off, because it's almost like a slap in the face. And that was one of my triggers, because some of the people here that we work with, they don't understand the dynamic of being in the military and working for civilians. The military, some of them with their rank, they become entitled, and if you work that hard to get to that position, understandable in certain situations, but no one should ever feel uncomfortable or disrespected in a professional environment ever. So
Right.
if that's your intentions and you purposely doing it on a daily basis, that's an issue. I don't want to have any dealings with you. You're over the contractors. I wear the suit. We in two different lanes. You should never have those conversations with me. So, I had to step away. I wanted to smoke a cigarette and I don't even smoke. But, I had to remove myself from the situation, talk to my OIC, get her involved. Like, hey, there's a right way to do this and there's a wrong way. This isn't right.
Right.
Yeah.
So we had to, address that, handle that, because it could have went left. Could have went left. But it's like, it's hard to avoid certain triggers when they're in your face every day and you have to deal with them. So that was just one of the things about anxiety, because they contribute to it here on a daily basis.
Oh yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But
Anxiety is anxiety is something different. People who don't deal with anxiety just don't know. And it's like you said, it's one of those things that's definitely hard to explain. You just can't. You
Right.
can't explain it. And it's scary because it happens out of nowhere and it's uncontrollable.
Mhm.
yeah, but again, the last thing I want to leave on a lighter note. I mentioned to y'all that y'all work in the budget. um, so I want to see what's the best way to send y'all money because I know Cash App be charging fees for you to pull your money out, and I want y'all to get all y'all coin.
Um, Cash App is honestly the best way. We do. It's either Cash App. We do have PayPal. But that's the only two options is Cash App and
Hmm.
PayPal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cash App don't charge that much though, so we can still get it. Because if you send it to the Cash App, we can still just use the Cash App to purchase the item, so
Hmm.
it won't charge anything to purchase the items.
Right.
Okay. I ain't know. I only use Cash App for Uncle and Auntie. That's it.
Yeah, no, it just Cash App only charge you if you transfer it like out to
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
I'll
bank
show a
account.
bank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can send my little funds today. It'll be on a bi-weekly basis. You know, I shoot y'all or something.
We definitely
Yeah. We appreciate
appreciate it.
that, bro. Definitely.
But yeah, I'm gonna head up out of here, hop back in the chat. I'm gonna try to catch up because I can't see the comments while you're part of the
Yeah.
panel. So,
Well,
Yeah.
everybody is thanking you for your
Yep.
services, so we definitely
Yeah.
appreciate you for coming
Absolutely.
up. It was great talking to you finally.
Hope this ain't the last time.
Right.
it won't be. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be blessed, man. I love y'all.
I love
Same
you
to
back,
you.
Mhm.
bro.
Same way.
All right.
Back at you.
Y'all, that's AJ313.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So Rain did say something that I kind of mentioned in the beginning but didn't fully mention. Y'all do know that grief is not just from someone passing,
Mhm.
Mhm.
from losing a limb, losing your job,
Right.
losing a partner. It's grief is just dealing with losing any and everything. So
Mhm.
Y'all, we got another guest backstage.
this is someone who's just very special, near and dear to me. This is my big brother.
This nigga call himself Black Pavarotti.
Hey, big brother Dre.
All this.
What's up?
Yeah, man. He always enter in style, man, with the names.
You done changed the name up.
I know you
What's
about
up, shit magic, sis? You wearing that ponytail tonight, sis. You is wearing that.
oh
Where
my
can I
God.
get one?
Not where can I get one?
Hey yo.
We're gonna get to the comments, y'all.
I'll take it off and send it to you.
Man,
What up, bro?
need that. Man, nothing, man. I just y'all these topics, they triggering, but I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I'm getting better, but I'm glad to hear that some people are moving past their grief because I know grief can put you in a place for a long time
Mhm.
and you feel stuck and um so I mean but you got to get I was telling comment earlier with Cowboy. I was telling him like, man, the only way to get through grief, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it with somebody. You got to let it out because you'll drive yourself crazy trying to hold that stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean that's when the healing process really begins. Um I've talked about it millions of times when my parents divorced a couple years ago after 40 years of marriage. Um, there was a grief that they say when like they say divorce is like death,
Mm-hmm.
and it really is, and I mean, all I knew is my parents being together and then having to go through that whole process of, okay, I'm the child and my mother is grieving, my father doing whatever he want to do. I mean, that was rough, man. That was a whole, especially when you don't have any options. You don't know what the solution to none of this is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I went through it, man. And on top of that, going through that process, then and all the other stuff comes up with, the issues with my father being there. But Michelle, you got some clothes on. You be walking around your booty out. Um,
Tell my sister we said hey.
What up, sis?
Hey,
CJ Cerise
Michelle,
said, "Hey, Michelle."
you got to turn
Uh,
this camera off.
um, but yeah, just up from that, then just dealing with my childhood drama. From all that comes up, and I just for about 2 years I was just walking around like a zombie, man. Like I was there, people, I'd be on the man cave and all that, but I was going through it
Mm-hmm.
mentally and emotionally because I ain't never really had to deal with stuff like this before. And then a lot of people say, well, you gotta pray through it. Prayer works. But I really needed somebody to talk to. I needed some people to be around that I can talk to and let this stuff out. And Lord put the man cave right there in my view. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for that. And that's how I was able to get through it.
Mm,
They probably won't know it, they probably never realized it, but yeah, the Lord used the man cave to help me get through my process of grief during that time.
That's a
right.
So,
blessing.
um, so just want to say, anybody that's dealing with grief, if you have to have some counseling, have some counseling, pray, and really just deal with the root of it all. Don't try to cover it up. Try to deal with the root of it all to get it all out, because sometimes there's some things that might, like when I was dealing with surface stuff, but it was really things that happened from years ago that I never dealt with, and all those things just can't came up. So I had to deal with that thing
Mm,
and realize, like, man, if I let this consume me, I'll be consumed forever, and I can't let that do. I can't let that happen.
right.
Mhm.
Right.
So, Dre, let me ask you something. Do you, because I be seeing you on TikTok when you be singing and stuff. Does music and playing in the church and your keyboard and all that, does that help you release some stuff? Like when you're singing and,
It does. I mean, music has always been that part of me. That's because I mean, I was kind of a sheltered child, so pretty much all I had was the Nintendo and a keyboard,
hmm
and when I couldn't do nothing else, I could sing and I felt
hmm
better. Or I could sit at the piano, and there would be days I would just go up to the church by myself and just go up there and just sit at the keyboard and just play and sing and cry.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, but when I leave, I felt better.
yeah,
So I mean, it takes all that and
yeah.
more to get through it, because there's no 1, 2, 3 process. I
hmm
mean, there's gonna be days that you feel like you dying. You gonna have the weirdest dreams. I felt like I felt like the devil was trying to kill me in my dreams multiple
hmm
nights. I mean, it's a whole, and this, what y'all don't realize is a lot of the stuff be kind of natural, but grief is spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
So the devil will try to. I ain't trying to get churchy on y'all, but the devil will play on those things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you keep allowing him to let him do that, he'll continue to throw those demons your way. And I had to really. I remember one night, um, I was just crying and grieving so bad. I had to call my mom and for her to just to pray on the phone with me
Mm-hmm.
because I was going through it that night.
Right.
And just for her praying on the phone, all I could hear her saying is just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Because I was just going through it. And I don't, so
Mm-hmm.
it takes all that and more. But
And more. Right.
I'm better now. I'm a better person now.
That's a blessing.
Glad to hear that, bro.
I
Definitely.
Yeah.
remember doing dishes one time and I had to clean up my kitchen because I had cooked or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not real hungry, but I'm gonna clean my kitchen up or whatever case may be. And I was sitting there doing dishes and I had gospel music playing and Fred Hammond, Your Steps Are Ordered by God came on. I done broke down. I'm at the kitchen. I'm like trying to cry, trying to do dishes. I'm like, oh my God. I was sitting there crying for about 30 minutes and my eyes was all puffy and everything. I looked over at that kitchen. I'm like, now get your ass up and go finish cleaning up this damn kitchen. You done got it out. You done spilled it out. The Lord was here with you. Now go finish cleaning up this kitchen because there ain't nobody here to finish it up for you.
All
But
right.
I felt good when I did it. I felt really good because we all know different things, whether you're religious or not, your higher power, whatever. But we know that I know that my plan and God's plan is totally different and stuff. And so
Hmm.
it was like I just needed that moment. I just needed to cry. I just needed to let it go. I didn't want to call nobody. I just needed that little moment and just went back to doing what I was doing. So like you said, it takes all that. And Sharice was saying just listening to music and just crying and just releasing it or whatever you do that helps you release it. But I totally agree with you to let it out because I think that's where a lot of issues come in when people hold it in and hold it in. They sometimes seem to take it out on the wrong people,
Hmm.
or they snap on somebody else and it has totally nothing to do with that person. But it's like they're holding in, and it's like a pressure thing. You know how like
Hmm.
you do, like tonic water. I'm gonna use that for an example. If anybody drinks tonic water, when you take the top off, it's like pressure and it like fuzzes up really quick. And I think that plays a part with grief if you're holding in and stuff, and then it's like once that top is open, you done exploded, done went crazy, and it's like that's not the answer. So um like they said, no judgment, but like you said, you have to grieve and talk to somebody to let it out, um, to make yourself feel better, to be in a better space.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's
Hmm.
all that is necessary. And I seen um MRTV Cowboy said
Hey,
they
Coco.
c- it's hard for them to talk about their childhood drama. And I know I get that.
Hmm.
Because I mean there was a lot of times I didn't want to talk about it at all, but a lot of time it takes sometimes it takes certain things to happen for all that stuff to come up. And then it seems like it just happened again. But you got to find some point to you gotta let it go. Even though it may be a part of you for the rest of your life. But
Hmm.
you got to let it go at some point.
Right.
Because it'll consume your life and you'll be forever going in that circle round and around trying to figure out how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this? Well, you the one holding on to it. These
Hmm.
other people who done did you wrong in your life, they done gone on with their
All about their
business.
business. Yep.
And you still holding on to stuff and you'll be dead in your grave and they still gonna be living their life.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right. How you doing, Coco?
I'm good. How y'all doing? Hi,
What's going
everybody.
on?
How
Hey
you
Hi.
Coco.
Coming up. You know what I'm saying? So how you deal with grief, Coco?
Well, so about a year ago, I didn't bring it to YouTube or anything like that. But my mother passed away on her birthday, and it was just so heartbreaking. Unexpected. It wasn't she was in the hospital, she was sick. It wasn't any of that. It was literally I was doing an order to Walmart. It was like 7 in the morning. And I called my father because it's her birthday. So I'm like, hey, what y'all doing today? You know, he was like, well, probably going to the pool. I said, perfect, because that's what we was doing anyway. And so, but the thing was, when I say he was like, all right, she a bitch or whatever. But it was like 7 something. My mother would wake up at like 4. Okay. Gospel music blasting, all that. So I was like, it's kind of late, you know. He was like, yeah, let me go up there and check on her or whatever, and, you know, get her up, whatever. So I'm like, okay, but he called me like right back. And when he called right back, it was just like, I just knew something. Why are you calling me right back when we just had a conversation about what we doing? And he was like, he kind of was like, didn't really know what to say. He was just like, what you doing right now and all that. I was like, I got this delivery I'm about to do. Why, what's up? And he was like, well, you sit down or something he said. And I was like, is she alive? And he was like, well, baby, no, she isn't. And I'm like, I'm about to hyperventilate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what? You know, he like, calm down, calm down. So I had to drop this order off. I came home immediately. My boyfriend at the time was here, and he actually had his friend here too, or whatever, because I guess he, you know, they told him the news and he came over. And I just got out the car and just was hugging them, crying, went to my parents' house, you know, seen her laying there, body back, you know, they came together and everything. And I was just like, that was the first death that was close to home for me. You know what I mean? Not old age, not an old uncle, nothing. That was just the first traumatic death I've ever had in my life. You know what I mean? So, then unfortunately, after that, it was like a ripple effect in my family because that happened. Then my cousin, 2 cousins died right after that. My uncle died after that. My great grandmother died. This is all within a year span. My uncle passed away, and then just 2 weeks ago, 2 Sundays ago, my grandfather, which is my mother's father, passed away as well. So for me, with my mother passing, now I kind of wilded out or whatever after my mother. I was already like out of the word. Is God real? I was already living wild anyway. So it just kind of was one of them things like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just keep doing whatever because he didn't look out for me. You know what I'm saying? He know I can't take this. So why would he allow this? Something like this, right? But I ran into a lady one time, just like a couple months in, whatever. I ran into this lady, and all I said was to this lady was something when she passed me at Walmart. I just was like, "You gonna have a good day, or it's gonna be better for," or something I said made her come and find me in the aisle, and she was like, "You know what? I needed that." Turns out she led me to Bible study. She led me back to Christ. I cried with her. This is a lady I do not know. You know what I'm saying? And hugged her and was like, I'm mad at him. You know what I mean? And the fact, like, just seeing how God has brought me back to him, through things, through the death, to see how my family has come together through such a time, because she was the rock. I used to say it on my videos all the time. I'm mother controlling. You know what I'm saying? My mother is the one. You know what I'm saying? She is the matriarch. As young as she was, 58. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like to just see how much of an impact she truly was what I didn't understand why she was here. What I couldn't figure out is why wasn't I calling her? In my head, I was like, oh, the 23rd and 24th. I was like, oh, I should call my mother. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna see her. I'm gonna see her on the 25th, on her birthday, August 25th. So I'm like, I'm gonna see her anyway, see her here. And then I got the call. Never called her. Just recently, my daughter had said something. It was like, oh, you know, grandma that day or whatever, she real like the day before, like she kind of was fussy, she was stressed out, this, that, and the third. And all I took it was as I didn't need to call her. Our last moment was her popping up. Our last moment was her mother's celebration was on the 22nd because we all in August. And to see my mother, she threw a party for my grandmother at the nursing home, to see my mother in that light versus We got on the phone the day before her birthday. She done said something that had pissed me off. Now I'm irritated talking about my mother, why she did this and that. It ended on my mother popped up at my house. We sat down, we talked political, she just sat down, we had a good time. Then I saw her celebrating my grandmother's birthday, and then she was gone. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the way it ended was so spiritual, so heaven sent. So dealing with grief really is, for me, just returning to God for real. You know what I'm saying? And relying on Him, leaning on Him. Everything that He said you should do when it comes to what He will do for you, He has done. Even though things have been a ripple effect and everything, it's just like amazing because the year before, my friend named Stephanie, that I've known since 8th grade, her mom had passed a year ahead. So to also have someone we can rely on each other. We literally had Bible study together yesterday and talked about things like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really got me through my grief is God. And I'm very just now more grateful than ever. And then matter of fact, before my grandfather passed, chemo, all that, me and my kids, we left a cousin's birthday party and ended up, I was like, we're going to go see grandpa, whatever. And ended up being able to pray with him an hour before he passed.
Oh, wow.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, got the call, we pulled up at home. We had just left him. His daughter, which is my mother's sister, called me and was like, oh, yeah, she called me and told me that he had passed. And I was like, I was just with him. We prayed with him and did that. Actually, we got an email from somebody, da-da-da-da. But it was just like, look at God in the midst of something that is painful. Because when we think He ain't there for this or there for that, He be there all the time. And at those moments where you think that He ain't there, He there. He's probably teaching you something, how to do something, who to rely on. You know what I'm saying? Like, be real quick to go to everybody else about something, but He really be like, I'm here though.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
The whole
And
time.
the whole time, every time. I was going through a job situation. It was just a lot of stuff within the last year. But once I made certain decisions in my life, cutting certain people off, like the strength of my mother is in me. Because I was a strong woman, boy, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, I see her in me all the time. But I ain't going to stay here too long. I just wanted to share that was something I never brought to YouTube. But for the last thing, I remember one time shortly after she had passed, because I be trying to be strong and everything, but I was on my couch and I just bust out crying. You know what I'm saying? But when I say I felt somebody come hug me, and then it felt like she went and sat exactly where she sat the last time that she was at my house, was the wildest thing. The wildest thing. And it was just like, and then me and my daughter recently, we went to church and I had brought up how I had just had a dream about her. She was like, I did too. She was talking to me through the mirror. She was just writing on it like, I love you and all that other stuff. We had this at the same time, and it's just like, all right, Lord, I see you. Thank you for allowing these things to happen the way that they're playing out. And there's so many other things. But she died at 58. My father was born in 1958. My aunt in her obituary had put how many days she was here, on earth. My birthday, 8/16, was in the midst of the numbers. To me, not doing numerology or nothing, but with the comfort I needed to know we are still connected. And that's what's helping me through my grief. You know what I mean? So it also made me stronger and realize that, because I always had a beef with God with death. I've always had a beef with that. Why do you bring us here to get to know these people, love these people, then you take us away from them? How could you? But now it's like, no, this is truly a part of life. There is no, see, when people say, tomorrow ain't promised, I've always been like, the next second, I promise. So treat it as such. Treat it as such. Live your life. Live the life that God has for you and wants for you. Walk in His word. Walk in His will. Study His word. Talk to Him. Not just say grace, but get in your word. Get to know Him. Build a real relationship. Because when those things that you saying he's still working on me, he's strong enough to get rid of it. He's strong enough to handle that within you. Period.
Absolutely.
Well, that's
So,
real, Coco.
That's
you
I like
know,
how you said that too, because you know what, Coco, when different people passing in my life, I can't grieve this one because this one just happened. I'm still grieving this one, and this one just happened. So it's like, who do you get mad at? Are you mad at the person? Are you mad at God? Are you mad at, like, it's so many different things and stuff. Like, Lord, why you take my brother away? Why you take my daddy away? Why
mhm,
like you're so mad, and then you're like, God don't give you more than you can bear. I'm like
mhm,
losing go back to back to back. I'm tapped out, Lord. I can't take no
yep,
more.
Yes.
yep,
So it's so many things where
yep,
you have to really pour your faith, pour your faith, pour your faith, because you will
yeah,
really just be, out of there for real.
yeah. And people lose their mind, losing a
Yeah.
parent, losing a child. It's you're gonna grieve your cousins and your uncles, your favorite, but your parents, your children, it hit different. Your spouse, it hit
Hmm.
different because that's a different relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, but
Hmm.
to get through that one for me, like I said, has just let me know it's inevitable. It's inevitable. And when it happens again, not if, but when it happens again, I know who to turn to, and that's my father.
Yeah.
That's right.
Jesus
I
Christ,
mean,
that's
because
my father.
a lot of people turn to other things, the drugs, the alcohol,
I was drinking
Hmm.
like a fish. Yes, it was
and I
Right.
crazy.
mean, trying to drown their grief in those things, and it doesn't help. Because right
Hmm.
after
Right,
that high, right after you get through being sloppy drunk, you still gonna have to deal with it.
Hmm.
exactly.
And can't nothing take away that pain or make things easier but God. And that's the
Right.
bottom
But
line.
God, but God,
Absolutely.
Period.
seriously.
Yeah.
So love you all. I'm gonna go in the house and eat my papitas, which is pumpkin seeds, because now I'm addicted. So drink my water. But I love this, and I heard y'all say that y'all was going to do this or whatever. But I've been missing social diligence, working and working out, and
Right.
life or whatever. So I'm just honored that I just want to say to y'all that God has an anointing on y'all. What y'all are
Hmm.
doing, look at y'all growing. What y'all are
Yeah.
doing is just so fundamental. And I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all already know y'all my brother and sister, and I will see y'all soon anyway. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
I already know. You already know the
Absolutely.
vibes.
we're gonna have a good time or whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I love everybody. I will be back soon. Okay, check me out. I'll be there soon. And shout out to everybody who's still doing their job. Doing what you're doing with the tubes. Y'all are amazing. Everybody's on the come up. I'm proud of everybody. I miss y'all. I love all of y'all. And I will see y'all soon. And thanks for
Take
listening.
care.
You
So,
too, Coco.
Bye.
Bye bye.
all right, y'all. So we have about 15 minutes left in the show. So I want to first say thank you to everybody that came up. We did not expect this many people. We didn't expect AJ to come up. Let's say that. Let's say that we are the first to have AJ on the panel.
AJ
You know what I'm saying?
313.
But
I
seriously though,
love
we
it.
appreciate everybody that was able to come up, you know what I'm saying, and talk and share your walk, your path with us. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take it lightly, man. We humble, we appreciative of each and every one of y'all. Everybody in the chat. Don't think we forgot or we didn't see these comments. We got 43 starred comments.
And I got
Mm.
screenshots. We can't get to the
But
screenshots
I'm
today.
about to read all of these last 15 minutes to y'all. So I'm about to read all of these comments. And
I'm gonna go refill real quick. Did they freeze, or is it me?
Yeah, that's the
we back.
Verizon internet they got.
Really, Big Papa Dre?
Oh, y'all heard me? I ain't know that.
Yeah, I heard you.
We ain't even got Verizon. Hold on, chat. We back. Everybody in the chat, put thumbs up if y'all
Can
see
y'all
us.
hear us?
So y'all can see and hear us. Make sure y'all put the thumbs up. Put the thumbs up right now.
Dre play too much.
I'll read these comments.
Only my big brother Dre.
Everybody put the thumbs up real quick, and I'll start reading these comments.
While
and
we
make sure.
waiting for thumbs up, Dre, did y'all enjoy your anniversary?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was good. We ain't do nothing but order some Applebee's. Michelle got me drunk, and I don't know what happened for the rest of that day. I just woke up in the bed. That's all I remember.
That sounds like a good time to me.
All right, we got some
All right,
thumbs up.
y'all. We got thumbs up. So let's get to these comments. All right, Michelle said one of the hardest things is having someone you love and cared for die on your birthday. Wow, September
Wow.
3rd hits different now. I understand that, Michelle.
Wow. Praying for you,
I'm
Michelle.
so sorry for your loss, Michelle. Michelle, deaths on birthdays and holidays is so much more worse sometimes. You have no choice but to remember. That's facts. Because that's a birthday. That's a important day. So
It is an important day, but try to think of, and I know it's easier said than done, but try to think of how they would want you to feel and turn it into a celebration if you can, because they wouldn't want you to feel sad.
that's facts.
Yeah.
Scorp coming in.
Hey,
What up,
Scorp?
Scorp?
Sorry we seeing this so late, but welcome in.
Satin said I had to take over things when my niece passed away from my sister, and until I dealt with it, I saw my niece at the end of my bed every night before I went to bed. Wow.
Wow.
See, that's that type of that type of man. Listen, I don't think I'll be able to deal with that. Seeing my mother at the end of my bed, or seeing my mother. That's one. I mean, when it comes to me and my grief and how I dealt with my mom, I never saw her. If that makes sense. Like, you know how people say they see them, like if they driving or walking down somewhere and they see them, that's never happened because I don't think I'll be able to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's too much.
I've never seen anybody that I've lost, but I've had conversations, and I have conversations with mommy often.
Mm-hmm.
With your mom, yeah. I have conversations with mommy often, and I don't know if you remember, but one of the conversations that me and mommy had when you were in the room before she passed was when she told me that I have to become stronger, and that's why I fight so hard for you to overcome certain things, because she told me that I have to be stronger, and I feel like I'm fighting for me and you.
That's crazy because that's how I be feeling when they come to you too. So that's powerful though. Rain said I have become hardened to grief and death. Yeah. I mean, some people become numb to it.
Yeah.
You know, some people become numb to it.
But that's because they try to block it out, and you can't do that.
Right.
It's there.
Right. No,
Yeah.
that's Edward said, I just stay to myself and cry like a big baby and drink and pray. Hey, I like that pray though.
And that's one thing that I say everybody in this chat has had in common tonight. Every single person has mentioned they pray or talk to God in some type of way. And I love that.
Yep. TB's life said, grief is very real. On this day last year, my brother-in-law passed away of cardiac arrest, and it felt like a heavy day today.
Wow.
Understood. And we're sorry for your loss, TB.
For you, TB's life.
Yes, praying for you and your
Feeling too vulnerable, and it's just a different type of feeling. Yeah. My brother-in-law didn't talk about his grief or handle it. Eventually, he turns to drugs to do. See, that's a good point, Seth.
Yeah.
Not talking about it and end up turning into something that's going to harm you. So that's a good point. That's a great point. Yeah, most of the time I need support to deal with grief because it's hard. Yeah, it is hard. It's definitely hard.
And most people don't know you can go to your insurance to get like free therapy. I think I got my first 4 sessions for free. So you can go through your insurance and talk to your doctor and stuff. So if you and then they can tell you, the sources and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say before we closed out in the show today. You can go through your insurance.
We learned that from TMV Nation.
We learned it through TMV Nation. I learned it through personal experience with my job. Your job gives you, free sessions. So it's definitely ways out there.
Liana,
Yeah, I mean, wellness is a big part of our lifestyle right now. So
Yeah,
a lot of the jobs and a lot of doctors' offices and insurance are offering that. From little free to a little of nothing.
yeah,
Services like that. So yeah, if that's something that anybody need, please take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Leonica said, every day I still mourn my brother's passing. He passed October 4th, 2022. We talked every day. Didn't miss a beat and watched the news that day, but had no idea it was my own brother that I got the call. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
wow.
Janelle said, it's not fair to your partner to hold that pain to yourself. That's true.
That's
To let
true.
it out.
That is true.
It ain't because
About
I
to
was
lock
a
it in.
jerk to
About to
Michelle
lock it.
during that time.
You're both supposed to shoulder that pain together. Yeah, that's true, Janelle. You're
You
absolutely
are.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
CJ, open up to your wife when you're so hurt.
Yep. Nah, we just closed down. Registers down.
That grief is so not good. Keep
Yeah.
it out of it.
So what ended up happening was like Cash App. We've been doing a lot of Cash App. It shut down our whole system, so
Man, what is
I couldn't register nothing right now.
mute him?
Kasia said it hurts you when you feel as if there's nothing you can do to help ease his pain, says Sharice.
It does. It really does help me. I mean, hurt me when I feel like it's nothing I can do to ease his pain. And I don't think they realize that. And sometimes it comes off as like sometimes it comes off as like he's being selfish, but I know that he's not being selfish. So I have to not take it personal.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, it's not coming from a malicious place at all. So it's just the way I deal with it,
Right.
I deal with it.
But I do
What's up, y'all?
one day he goes to counseling for it because it's hard and it shows up in a relationship in a different type of way, and it does cause friction. It's hard to explain, but it causes friction in a relationship.
I still remember when my best friend passed, and I had a dream that when he goes, "What's she talking about? I'm in the house. Everything is good." That's because I asked him. I thought, "Oh, okay."
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. Sassy said, after my sister passed away, I reached out for help. I'm glad I did. My therapist is the best. It's been 2 years and 5 months since her passing. They say therapy helps, man.
Yeah,
Therapy is
it really does.
help, a big help. One day I'm going to open up and I'm going to talk about my life and my dealings with my siblings. It's a very very
That's the
interesting.
show.
It is.
That's the show.
It can
We're
be.
gonna have to talk about
Yeah.
that.
It can be.
You said deal with your what?
My siblings.
Oh, okay.
Shit, imagine we gonna have to talk about that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we gonna have to
So
talk.
is it gonna be a part 3 of this?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, greet this one. Yeah, this. I mean,
Yeah.
So what ended up? What's gonna end up happening is all of these different topics that y'all see, like the what's the ones we was dealing with? Not dealing with. We was talking about earlier this
I
season.
can't think about it.
But like the
certain episodes,
yeah,
there'll be different parts
exactly.
each season.
Not even just each season, but it'll be just be different parts. Period. So we're gonna just do like mini series of different topics. So we'll revisit these certain topics every season, multiple times.
Okay. No, this was good, man, because I listened to like pretty much everybody what they had to say, man. No, I was listening while I was working, and for those that I like what Sis said, like it doesn't take like death. And I was listening to what was the guy that got on it? He's a soldier.
AJ.
Still, AJ. Bruh, I served with somebody that went through that. He lost his grandmother while he was on duty, and he went nuts, man. Like it was crazy because his grandmother raised him. You know what I'm saying? So man, like to hear that, and it was pretty much like when he was saying that, I said, yeah, we didn't have phones and stuff like that. We had Facebook.
Right.
So yeah, man, this was a powerful episode, triggering. No joke. I heard what Dre was saying, man. Plus, I want to get up here and say I ain't seen my brother Dre in a minute. I always see him live, but I had to be on the same stage as Dre. What's up, brother?
Right. Right. Last time
It-
it was my birthday, 2 days after, man.
I'm trying to tell you, hey, Dre's one of the dopest people to be around, man. Just hanging out with that cat. We, yep, you done. So yeah, man, I had to get up on the stage with Dre, man. Share stage with Dre. My night's complete. I ain't got no grief tonight. you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so
that's
let's
my dude, man.
get through the rest of these comments real quick. Rain said, "Did we address that grief does not necessarily need?" Oh, Sharice addressed that earlier. That's true.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to just be over a person that you lost. You can grieve over a lot of different things. So
A
that's a great
lot of
point.
different things.
Mhm.
Jahad said, "I cried like a baby when I got the news right away, but I realized he wasn't going to be here no more, and couldn't talk to him anymore because we talked at least once a month or every other day." Yeah. We're sorry for your loss as well, bro.
Absolutely.
Crap said, "That's terrible hearing that on deployment. I hate that you had to experience it like that at battle." Yeah,
Right.
yeah. One crafty sister said, "Healing conversation tonight. CJ and Sharice, grief is real and it is a daily process to cope." Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Family, if you ever need anyone to talk to or to just listen, please look me up on Instagram. Or saying she is.
Satin is a great listener. She gives great advice.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to Satin, she is easy to talk to, and you can look her up on Instagram.
Yep. Triple D said, "This is a great topic for discussion. We all are learning a little bit more about each other's lives and experience. Family."
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's
Hey, 2Ps, where your mama at?
nice.
And that's why I dropped you off the panel earlier.
In that sundress.
Right. That said, the problem with anxiety, man, medication,
Sundress.
you have to be
It's a
on it
long story, bro.
for 3 weeks for it to continue to work.
Yeah, the anxiety medicine is something different.
Most anxiety medications you have to take consistently on a daily basis for it to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me get rid of that. Hold on, sorry, y'all. Therapy is a great option, but with certain anxiety, you have to be on medication to calm it down. I have to take mine religiously every day.
Oh, that's right.
Rain said, "Simply most therapies involve medication when it comes to mental health, unfortunately."
And it does.
And my uncle passed like 2 weeks before my best friend. But with my uncle, I tried everything to get him to the hospital, but he didn't want to go. And passed a few minutes later when I was going, wow.
Oh wow.
God, that right there, that is my biggest fear with this one right here. CJ refuses to go to the doctor and to the hospital for anything. CJ's answer to everything is, "I'll be all right."
Really, bro?
It's just that.
Ain't we done talked about this before?
I mean, I got an upcoming.
I got nothing.
Exactly, Dre.
Don't want to hear it.
I got his upcoming appointment is because I fussed, and I damn near made this appointment myself. And
You
my
have to
big
go with them.
CJ is that it's going to be too damn late before he gets to the doctor. I have made his appointments myself. He has canceled, postponed. We got to the day of, oh, baby, I forgot I can't get off of work. I'm scared that one day it's going to be too damn late and he don't get to the doctor.
You gotta tighten up, bro.
I can't force him to
Go
go.
to the doctor, nigga.
I think men don't like going to the doctor. They got to get a prostate. They got to get the different things.
I
Don't
love
think
going to the doctor.
Yeah.
CJ
Cause I
walked
mean,
around for almost a whole damn year with a broken big toe.
I ain't like
Close,
sticks. I don't like to be bent
close it.
over like that. But
Hey,
I
yo.
mean, hey, you gotta
You got to check it. Yeah.
go to the doctor, man. It's been too many horror stories
Mhm.
that I've heard that, even my godfather never went to the doctor, until he finally got sick, went to the doctor and found out he had stage 4 cancer. He
And it was,
lived 2 months after that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Young,
bro, you gotta
58
go to the
years
doctor, bro.
old.
You gotta go to the doctor. That's no joke.
CJ.
We don't mean to change the subject. Take your ass to the doctor.
Well, I'm going. I'm going in December.
Nigga,
I'm going.
December. Have you been to your T-
To be fair, that's the soonest he can get into the primary care.
I was supposed to go
oh,
sooner, but
Right,
He was
see.
supposed to go sooner, but because he canceled the appointment, that's the soonest he can get in. But it took me to be fussing it to get him to go to this appointment. But that is my biggest fear. Like I don't know. CJ just I don't know.
all right. Yeah, man, you gotta tighten up.
He gonna go to his appointment.
today, singing along to gospel and old school R&B music pulls me out of my depression and anxiety.
Yeah, music is healing for real.
Yeah,
It is. I love you.
You know,
it's to reflect on the relationship is touched, the good, the bad, the ugly. Reflection can breed healing. It was hard at first to think about, however, it was help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My fam, baby, 13. Thank you for your strength and telling your story. That will so help me. Absolutely grateful.
AJ shared his story and it will help.
The room, but my friend, I couldn't help and I felt bad, but it gotten better. But when it first happened, I felt like it could have changed because we were talking about seeing the family. Oh, you talking about okay.
Mm-hmm.
I almost lost it when I unengaged. When I got unengaged, I cried for days. I got to bring myself out of that because it was a dark place. Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. They say divorce is tough.
That goes to show that what is it? Grief can be outside
Anything.
of a loss.
Anything. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going. My mom, her oldest was just given 2 weeks. Having a hard time with it. Yeah,
Wow.
Send a prayer simply.
Yes.
absolutely. We also have to understand that we can't change the outcome. Your date is your date. That's
Yes.
fact.
It is. I'm telling you.
That's
Yeah.
fact.
And people are so scared to fly and all the other stuff. You could be driving in a car and have an accident. One of my cousins, she was walking, she do her daily walks. She was literally walking, doing her daily walk, and some teenager jumped, driving, hit the curb, unalived her, whatever case may be. It don't even matter. Like, don't be scared to do things. You have to live your best life because we don't know when it's our last. And you're gonna be holding back like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and life is just gonna pass you by, and all you done was work every fucking day, pay them damn bills, and what? That's not life.
That
I'm
ain't
for
life.
real. That ain't
No.
That
life.
ain't living.
No, you ain't living. You
That
just
ain't living.
don't exist to be scared. Get your ass on a flight. Get the hell up out of wherever you live,
Yeah,
and
that's
just
true.
go. Yeah.
Trying to
I
tell you. Hey, y'all. You know, last year, I think it was a year. It was almost 2 years ago. I was raising money for a guy that came to my channel. He needed $5,000 to get his daughter into the Mayo Clinic. He didn't have it. We got that thing in about 48 hours through my channel. Sent them the money, then sent some gift cards and some watches and all kind of stuff. Right. The family hits me up like, "Yo, thank you. We wouldn't have got in there if I ain't had his money because she came off his insurance." Man, that brother called me last November and said his daughter, the same one, she died from her. They didn't know what was going on. It was like cancerous, and she died. When he called me, I mean, that broke me in half. But like, you never know what's gonna happen. You can't waste time on anything else. You feel me? So, like, life is precious. And I say the same thing about my son because we have made plans on going on a cruise this year and or next year rather. And yeah, man. So looking at life from that perspective, man, you can only do what you can do in a day. Not to like if you fear or nothing like that, but if you leave something on the table in a day, man, like that ain't living. You can't live scared neither.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Can't live scared.
On top of that, you can save yourself some grief too. And what I mean by that, a lot of times people grieve because of guilt.
Yeah.
They wait till they get somebody they lose somebody, and they now they feeling guilty. Oh, I should have did this. I should have did that. I should have did it. If you do what you're supposed to do to the people that you love right now, when they go, you may grieve, but you'll grieve different.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we was telling,
Hmm.
my sister said at my mom's birthday party last week. She like, you know what, I know I've done all I can to be a support to my mother, do all we can to make sure she's okay. You know, so if God takes her today, I won't be sad. Yeah, I'll be, you know, I may grieve a little bit, but I won't be sad because I knew I done all I could
Oh,
and
yep.
all I could to make sure I took care of my mother.
Mm.
So I'm just saying, just the people that you love right now, be all that you can be to them that you love them. So when they something does happen, then you may grieve, but you won't. It won't be.
It's
You'll
intense.
grieve different. It won't. You
Yeah.
won't have that guilt
Mm-hmm.
on top of that.
Right.
Because some people treat people like crap, and then when they pass away, you are crying on the damn casket,
Right.
rolling out,
Exactly. That's what I'm
acting a
talking
damn
about.
fool when you know
Well,
dang
you know,
well.
That's why my oldest sister almost knocked my father out the casket.
Oh
well,
well.
you know, they say the loudest person at the funeral was the one that did the person the most wrong.
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Yep.
just eating at them, you know.
Ain't that crazy?
And Lex said, I pray for everyone in this chat because at the end of the day, we are all going through something. May Father
Yeah.
God comfort us all. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm one of the people who still can't discuss my child. Hey, in time, you will.
Yep.
And CJ, I see the same thing in you, like my friend, brother, had like the goofiness and making jokes. And oh yeah, Jahad, you already know, bruh.
With the
You already
legend.
know. You know what I'm saying?
CJ, do you have any siblings?
I do. I have
You do.
2 siblings.
So how are y'all? Are y'all cool, connected, or how are they dealing with the grief versus you? Or y'all deal with it together, or is
Nah,
it
nah. Me and my brothers don't really talk the way we should. You know what I'm
okay?
saying? And I don't know if that has a lot to do with my mom or what.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we don't really talk as much. We do check. One of my brothers, we do check in here and there. But no, we don't really. And it's not even something that we ever really talked about. Really, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
It's a sensitive
'Cause I
subject
was
for all of
I
us.
was gonna say, what if y'all go to therapy together? But if y'all don't talk, then it's not. That'll bring a whole nother situation up that y'all not going to therapy for with your mom. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never even really thought about that. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, we don't really talk as much as we should. But yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Why you looking like that, Sharice?
Because one has to be willing to go to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, and therapy's not for everybody.
Right.
Grateful Heart said, because that grief can so bring health problems if you don't in the body. You're going to release those things for sure. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm stuck, and I believe that you sent me as I believe you sent to me. Oh, okay. I guess I'm stuck, and I believe that you were sent to me as a brother, not to replace him. I don't know how to explain it. No, bro, I know exactly what you're saying, Jahad. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying. And Jahad, I'm actually gonna give you my number. So eventually I want you to hit me up on Instagram. I'm gonna give you my number. So we can talk beyond YouTube and all of that.
yeah.
But
We need to add Jihad to the man cave
no, that's facts though, like for real.
group chat.
Yeah. That's
But
what I'm
you know
gonna
what?
do
Just
too.
just with being in this, I didn't mean to cut you off, CJ.
You good.
But just with Jahad saying that, I love how who would have ever thought YouTube would bring people together? Like Trap Vision said, YouTube is his, release, and then CJ, you're meeting
Mm-hmm.
everybody, and
Mhm.
then Dre and different, and Jihad. Who would ever thought that getting on YouTube, starting a channel, would bring people together outside of your normal circle,
Mhm.
that you've been dealing with, and then okay, I'll just start a YouTube channel, and these are the brotherhoods and the sisterhood, you know what I mean? That brings people together on a whole nother level. Like seriously.
No, that's facts. I mean, you like we all have said, like YouTube people have been there for you more than your family.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And
Facts.
YouTube relationships are have been stronger than family relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
biblical, bro. That's in the
Yeah.
Bible, man. Some of the strongest relationships with people that one blood, bro.
right?
Yeah.
So I think it's special. It's very special. And Jahad, you come on, bro. Even if I didn't just extend my personal information to you, you know how to get in contact with us. You know what I'm saying? And we here for you, bro. I feel the same way.
That's what made me bring it up. And then when Jay said about the man cave.
Yep. Trap said, I believe that when you're extended beyond what you can handle, God is looking to meet you there in total submission and trust Him with your brokenness. That's facts. That's facts. Latoya said, the death of my stepdad made me lose it, and I ended up in a mental hospital. So I missed it. I knew that ex-family of mine was after he was gone, and look, we don't speak anymore. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It hopefully brings you peace.
Like grief, death can't tear families apart. That's for sure.
Yeah.
One crafty sister
That's
said,
big fact.
yeah, we have to remember the good times we share with our loved ones. That's facts. And I always remember the good times I share with my mama.
Yeah.
LaRuth Anderson, L&K Creations. First of all, welcome.
Hey, that's my girl. She joined.
Oh, that's okay. I should have
Thank you for joining.
She said,
hey, LaRuth. She must be
right,
down
LaRuth.
south.
That's a powerful name.
It's my TikTok crafty friend.
She said, my mother died on one of my brother's birthday, and last year one of my brother on my mother's side died September 1st.
Wow.
So it's a double sword for me.
Sorry to hear
Yeah, we're so sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss, LaRuth.
Yeah, sorry for your loss, sis.
And Lexi, don't forget to call your loved ones every day, because that minute, that hour cannot come back. Yep. October 4th will be a rough day for me, but I will continue to pray and put on gospel music to get, man, gospel music is special.
We got you, Leonica.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all, that's the end of the comments. Y'all, this was special.
Absolutely.
This was special. I felt guilty when my grandmother died because I was too busy running the street. Yeah, my grandmother passed away last year from cancer. And that was another hard time in my life. You know, because grandmothers are just as important as mothers, because they birthed your mother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was where your mama came from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a tough loss too. And my grandmother actually went quick. You know, cancer took her out quick. Like, it came and took her out quick. So
it don't play at all.
Yeah. So, you know, this episode was special, man. We really, really enjoyed this episode. We really enjoyed everybody that came up on the panel. Everybody in the chat, man. Y'all the best, man. Like, everybody, I mean, even the people that didn't come up on the panel, you would have thought they was on the panel because of the way they expressed themselves tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Share Magic, of course, for being a gracious co-host as always.
Co-host of
all.
Appreciate y'all so much.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all, like, this will not be the last episode like this. We will be bringing this back next season. AJ said, I feel so much better. I appreciate all of y'all. Thanks to those.
Oh, that's so cool.
Share your stories, and we're glad you was able to come up, AJ.
Yeah.
But this is what this was the goal. This was the absolute goal when it came to the Social Den and this platform, is times like this. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be vulnerable, being able to share your story and not be judged, and you know, have the support of the people in the chat, and you know, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? We will be having these type of conversations more, especially since we know that y'all enjoy these conversations, and y'all are able to open up and be able to share things that y'all. I mean, to hear Coco say she's never brought this to YouTube, but she chose to bring it to the Social Den.
Right.
AJ never been on anybody's panel on YouTube, and he decided to come up on our panel to discuss this topic.
Right.
I love that.
This grief brought Coco back to God.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trap, I know it's hard for him to speak about his son, but You know, we built a relationship with him, and him being able to be vulnerable enough to come up and share his story. You know,
And it's fresh for him too, and he did really great.
Right.
Really great.
exactly. So just as us as hosts of this show and this platform, like we just want to say that we appreciate y'all. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? This was an awesome episode. It was very, very vulnerable, but like I always said, like I feel like the round table setting is a great setting. I really think talking about it is a great thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
And
on, what
But bro,
David
I
Delicious
told you before.
say?
Huh?
What you say?
No, I'm looking at David's delicious dishes.
oh,
What she say?
thank you, thank you all for everything you do, except Dre. I'm gonna go find some.
Dang.
Because you be complimenting her mama.
Oh, that's two peas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two
Oh,
things.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it
Yeah.
was.
That's our other channel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you was about to say, Trap?
Nah, you thanking everybody, bro. Like I told you on the phone the other day, man. I appreciate you and your wife for being a source that we can go to, man, because like
Absolutely.
YouTube got a lot of stuff, but they don't have this. This ain't the clicks, this ain't the views, this ain't the monetization. Y'all for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And for a brother to get up here, and I'm gonna say this, for a vet to get up here that's not been on here, and I just want to let that brother know, had me in tears at the office, bro. I couldn't even come downstairs because I feel that. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like everybody that shared something, I was reading the comments, man. Y'all is needed, man, and I can't put an emphasis, man, and you know even more than what I can share, bro. Because I've talked to you, but you and your wife are honestly, man, like God sent. When I say God blessed people to have that type of outlet with y'all, bro, like, and I love the humility that you guys have, but dude, that y'all ain't here before, like, just by chance. You know what I'm saying? And you guys compliment each other, but like you gave us a source, because I mean I talk to a psychiatrist on a regular, you know what I'm saying? Every other week I'm going, you know, I have to. I got medication and stuff that I go through, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like, bro, like I'm sitting right here with all, like I got so many pills around me, you know what I mean? Like, but the best part is like this outlet. I can come over here and talk. That's I told you, I said, yeah, bro, soon as you drop that link, I'm on there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's been my only saving grace. If I keep it in, I'm done. I'm telling you, I can't deal. You feel me? So then I gotta be here to uplift and help other folk, you know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate y'all for having this outlet, bro. Like this, like, cause you got y'all community, man, is second to none. I see how they support y'all, man. That is so crazy, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are godsend, man, and that's all I got to say about that one.
We
Man, we
appreciate you
appreciate
too.
that, man. We appreciate it. And you know, everybody knows that we don't do what we do for kudos or brownie points or none of that. We just do it because we want to do it.
Right.
And we didn't expect the Social Den to do what it's done. You know, we didn't expect the Social Den to have the impact that it's had on the community, you know, at all. We really didn't. We didn't know what to expect when we first did the first episode.
Right.
You know, and bringing all of these, you know, the numerous amazing guests that we had on the show, and the topics that we've had, and like we just didn't expect for it to go to where it is. So that's why we just want y'all to just know, like, we know y'all appreciate us, but we appreciate y'all as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Every single one of y'all, everybody that shows up every single week, everybody's been up on these panels and been guests, like everybody, like we appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So as long as y'all want to see it, the Social Den is gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? So
I love it. I love it.
So we're gonna end up. So we're gonna end this. We've been here way longer than we were supposed to. but
This was good though. It was really good.
like exactly, sis. When it comes to this, we don't mind going longer. You know,
Right.
these type of conversations are needed, and if we need to go over time a little bit, then it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Shout outs to everybody that stuck with us through the chat. I think I saw us get up to almost like 40 people at one point.
Woo! I love it. I love it. Yes.
That's 40 mil, bro. That's
Yeah,
40 mil
yeah,
right there.
man.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
AJ
And
said,
then
man,
CJ Sharif, can I say something real quick?
oh yeah, go ahead, shit, man.
When we did the episode 2 weeks ago, and CJ, Sharif reached out to me, and she was like, about the awareness month or whatever. And so she was like, "Do you mind doing your episode this week?" And at first I was nervous. I talked to my therapist, right? And I was like, "Oh, I'm going on the social den, and my show is on October 1st, and this is that." So we had a scheduled call before that, right? Then when Sharice reached out to me, I was like, "I'm not gonna say no." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it." So I text my therapist, and I was like, "Guess what? I'm going on earlier, and this is that and stuff." And she's like, "If you need me, I'm here. X, Y, and Z." I came on. I didn't cry as much as I thought I was gonna cry. When I tell you I was nervous all day, all day. When I came on here, y'all welcomed me. Y'all was so warm. I didn't. It was totally different than what I thought. Like seriously.
Right.
And so I kept my bottled water, and I didn't have this cup, but I had my vodka and OJ over here, and I was like, "Oh Lord, get me through, get me through." So I appreciate y'all because everybody in the chat, I love that the fact that y'all feel comfortable. Everybody that came up on the panel, y'all feel comfortable because this is a safe place, no judgment zone, and different things and stuff like that. And so I'm just praying for everybody that we can continue to grow, continue to go. Pray that this is not the last episode. We can all come back here and tally together and see, what we're doing with our progress and stuff like that. But I just thank and appreciate y'all so much, CJ and Sharice, for the social media and the things that y'all do and stuff like that. And then Dre, I'm gonna take my wig
Thank
my
you.
ponytail, after the live.
Wow.
That's one of the ones right
And
there.
you better put it on. And I want to see a video with you and the thing playing the look.
You-
Yeah, I want to see that too. I want to see that too.
But for real, thank y'all all so much. It's been amazing. It has helped me hearing people's story and Trap Vision. Like your situation is new to you. So I applaud you because I wasn't there when I, lost people and stuff. So I definitely applaud you and to keep on getting through and pushing and Dre, CJ, Sharice, everybody in the chat. God is good
Yeah, he is,
all
man.
the
And
time.
I mean, think about it.
All the
When you
time,
think
God is
about it, like
good.
all the things that we done been through,
Hmm.
and yet we still here and able to talk about it.
Boy.
So I mean, there's like they said, there's plenty of people that's done been in the West Wing that
Hmm.
minds cracked up, and but yet we still here in our right minds. Yet we still dealing with life itself, but we're still here being able to talk about it, man. So yeah, like the saying is, God is good, man.
Amen.
Oh, I thought that boy about the sermon. He's bringing a sermon.
Y'all
CJ,
go.
make sure you send us your topics. We can discuss them. Just email them to us.
Absolutely. And like and like my wife just said, not just AJ, like anybody, like if y'all feel like it's something that y'all want to talk about and y'all feel like it'd be a great topic for the show, please just DM us. Let us know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we always brainstorming and trying to figure. And what was the next one?
I don't know what the next one is. The book is in the back.
I don't think we wrote it in the book. Remember, we said we was going to do brief.
You know I got brain fog, so I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know.
It's the Zaddies. It's the Zaddies.
We didn't think about it.
While you remember that, I'm going to say this real quick. Y'all already know what the church announcements is, so I'm not even going to go over that. But what I will say is the Meet and I cruise, Meet and I for a cruise. Y'all know me and CJ are about togetherness. The Meet and I for a cruise is going to be about togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. Father's Day, we'll be doing the next Meet and I cruise. So y'all wives who want to do something for your husbands and Father's Day, book those cruises, y'all. Me and CJ is going to be on the next cruise. Let's come together. Let's bring out that positive.
Pause.
That's coming.
Let's come.
Right.
So sick of y'all in this pause moment.
I mean, you was on the roll, but I mean,
All I heard was let's come.
Shit, I'm over it.
I wasn't even about to say nothing.
I'm like,
I wasn't even about to say nothing.
let's go.
hey, yeah, he is wilding right now.
Dre said, pause.
DJ, she didn't say let's come together. She said let's come. Let's come.
Put some extra M's on that,
Right, did she?
DJ, you know you have to do your thing real quick.
Bust a nut and play the prayer. How about that?
DJ, do your thing real quick.
Hey, she knew we was gonna catch that one. She had to.
Hey, yo.
She knew when she said it.
What you say, Shit Magic?
I said, do your thing real quick that you do.
What's that?
Well, she said, let's come. Let's
Yeah, she
come.
wanted to get this dick. Nah, man, but seriously, man, y'all know how it is. We can have a serious conversation and we can go right into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
All the
Bust y'all
time.
nuts over there and bust y'all deposits to Meet and I and book them cruises. How about that?
No, that's all love though, man. But we appreciate all of y'all. Everybody that came up on the panel, we appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. We will be back next week for a brand new episode of the Social Den. This will not be the last time we speak on this. So the grief episode will be back for part 3. You know what I'm saying? It will be the same concept, the same layout, open panel, and we're gonna do it again. All right. So, but let's go ahead and get on up out of here with prayer. So everybody in the chat and everybody on the screen.
Wait, who ain't shit ass said they definitely going? Satin. I should have known that was Satin nasty ass. Wait a prayer.
All right, y'all. Let's get out of here with prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the time we've shared together today. We are grateful for the insights and connections we've made through this series. As we close, we ask for your continued guidance and blessings on all those who participate in our community. May your wisdom and love inspire us to grow, learn, and support one another. Keep us safe and bring us back together in the spirit of fellowship and understanding. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Amen. And amen again.
Amen.
All right, God bless you all, man. We love y'all. We will see y'all next week. Dre, Trap, everybody that came up on the panel. We appreciate y'all. Shit Magic, we love you, sis. Thank you for always being there. You know this ain't the last time. You're gonna be right back up here eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
I say this should just close out the season. This is the season finale.
What?
This should just be the season finale.
Come on, CJ. Come on.
He said, what? She said, finale.
Come
Man,
on, CJ. Let this be the season finale.
Make sure y'all tell somebody you love them if you haven't already, because tomorrow's not what?
Promise.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. And until next time, folks.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.